50% off Yeezy sales just went live a few hours ago, and this is on Adidas.com, the website, not the Adidas outlets. You probably already saw tons of people posting about the huge Yeezy sales going on in Adidas outlets, not just in the US, but in different countries too, where Yeezys are literally sitting for more than half off. But now they're actually having the sales online starting a few hours ago, and guys, this is only the beginning. We're about to see a lot more like this. Not only that, but also today we saw tons of restocks for profitable Yeezys like the Yeezy boots, so make sure you are watching your Adidas app and Adidas website monitors. For the fastest monitor, you could use Endurances with the link in the description below, where we also have completely free guides and alerts and more beyond sneaker reselling to give you a taste of what the full Endurance group offers, which you could join when you're ready to take your side hustle to the next level with things like stock investing, crypto, Amazon FBA, price glitches, sports betting promotion exploits, and even methods to save you money like free food and $20 cash back every time you get gas. But for today's first update, I have some bad news, but also really good news. First of all, the bad news. The Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low Medium Olive release has officially been canceled. These were supposed to be dropping on September 12th, but unfortunately, it looks like they're not going to be released. They're not delayed. It looks like the release is completely canceled, which is very unfortunate to hear. But on the bright side, even sooner than that September 12th date, we're supposed to be getting another Travis Scott Jordan in a similar colorway, this time coming in medium olive black sail muslin. So it looks very similar. It's the same type of colors, but mostly white on the upper with a black swoosh. I think these still look really nice, and of course they're going to be very profitable with an incredible margin, just like the other pair would have been. But the better news is that these are dropping even sooner on September 9th for $150. Of course, I will post a how to cop guide as we approach the release date, so make sure you subscribe and enable post notification. And remember, we do post free guides and send free alerts for these types of drops in the free Discord, which you could join with the link below. Now, for some more good news, it looks like we're going to be getting the A Ma Maniére Jordan 3 in black a lot sooner than expected as well. These are now going to be dropping this summer, July 18th, right around the corner for $250. Definitely a really nice colorway. A Ma Maniére never really seems to disappoint with their colorways. This is a pair that I'm definitely hoping to get a personal of. When it comes to resale though, I will have to say it's not going to be as good as what we saw on the initial A Ma Maniére Jordan 3, and with the retail being so high at $250, it's going to make it hard to profit off of some of these smaller sizes, but I do think you'll be able to profit off of the larger sizes even with the A Ma Maniére shipping, and definitely off of Nike sneakers with the free shipping, whether you have no tax or not. So this should be a good drop, especially if you focus on larger sizes 11 and above. So this is a great drop to look forward to. Now an even better drop, which is even closer, right around the corner in fact, on June 14th for $140 each, we got two brand new Stone Island New Balance 574 Legacies dropping. One is in a light green colorway, the other in a dark green colorway, and based off of how the prior Stone Island 574 performed with a retail of $140, you could definitely expect these to be very profitable with a great margin. You definitely want to go for these in all sizes, and one thing to keep in mind with these drops, the initial drop is going to be pretty hard to cop. You will have to be persistent. The Stone Island website gets hit with a ton of traffic. It's really difficult to cart, and not only that, but you should watch out for restocks too, because there are some restocks that are easier to cop than the initial drop when it comes to these. If you need a Stone Island monitor, we monitor inside Endurance, just like all websites that drop limited products. And even closer than that, this Friday, just a couple of days away, we have another profitable sneaker dropping. If you guys don't remember, just a few days ago, we saw the New Balance 1906R Action Bronson Rose Water drop. This is from a pack of 3 Action Bronson New Balances, all of which are going to be dropping. This pair dropped for $185, and if you saw my short, you knew that despite these looking really crazy, you should definitely cop them. And now look, they're selling for $400 to $500, an extremely profitable sneaker, and a lot of people actually slept on these during the initial release, so it definitely wasn't impossible to cop these. But don't worry if you missed out on these, because there's another one dropping on Friday. This is a different colorway, and these should also be very profitable. In fact, apparently these are supposed to be the most limited of the 3, so you definitely want to go for these too, and we will post a password inside of Endurance just like usual. But in addition to those, even if you miss out on those, you have another chance to get the third pair, which is the Medusa Azul pair. Apparently these are supposed to be dropping on June 14th for $185. This is my personal favorite pair, and these should be profitable too, maybe less so than the others because they won't be as limited, but it's definitely still worth copying, whether you want a great personal pair or just some profit. Next up, just a few days ago, we got a crazy update for the Trophy Room Jordan 1 Low home pair. Now this pair was teased alongside the away pair earlier this year, but we didn't actually see them drop. Well, now we actually will be seeing them drop. It is confirmed, but the bad bad news is these are limited to just 1,000 pairs, but even worse news, they're only releasing exclusively through Trophy Room, and you know what that means. Leave a comment down below how many of these 1,000 pairs you actually think will be released fairly through the public. I'm very skeptical it'll be the majority. I think maybe only a few, if any. We'll see, of course. I really do hope I will be pleasantly surprised. And obviously, I think it goes without saying, these will be extremely profitable with an incredible margin. Moving on, it looks like we're going to be getting another Travis Scott Jordan Jumpman Jack Trainer colorway, this time in sail and medium olive. I'm a big fan of this colorway, and based how things are looking with so many new colorways coming out, these probably by the time they release in late 2024 to 2025 will be a lot easier to get than the initial pairs were. These are dropping for $200, but even with the additional stock and with more colorways, I still would expect these to be profitable, just not as much as the prior pairs we already saw. Then around holiday season this year, for just $125, we're getting the SB Dunk Low City of Cinema. By far, this is one of the most unique SB Dunk Lows we've seen in a while. It's probably not my favorite pair, but I will be trying to get a personal because they do look very unique, and I do like this old-fashioned style on the sneaker and how they use the velvet just like old velvet seats of a cinema. I am expecting these to be profitable with a good margin, especially on the large sizes, but let me know what you think about them in the comments below because they are very different. Then in March of 2025, for $200, we are finally going to be getting the Jordan 3 Black Cat back, a long-awaited release to say the least, and considering how hyped up the Jordan 4 Black Cat is now, I'm definitely expecting these to perform pretty well too, although it is worth noting those Black Cat 4s initially did brick, so it's possible we see that too. Also this summer, for just $125, we're getting another Antakai 1 colorway, this time the Paris Olympics colorway, and I do think this pair has solid potential, especially being just $125. Just today we saw the Playoff Energy pair release, and these actually had a lot of demand. They were quite limited too, but they were actually pretty easy to comp if you prepared for them in advance, which all endurance members did, making it a relatively easy comp. And these are going to be some pretty solid profit considering the retail is so low on these, allowing for a pretty good margin. Again, you could join endurance with the link in the description below. And then holiday season this year, for $230, not really a sneaker, rather a cleat, the Nike Vapor Edge Kobe 6 Grinch cleat should be dropping, and this should be a pretty good sleeper cook. And one tip I do have when it comes to cleats rather than sneakers, or even sneakers in general pretty often, I would highly recommend selling these on eBay rather than listing them on StockX. Even if StockX does create a listing, you usually can get a lot more money on eBay, especially when it comes to these cleats, because there's a lot of people who do want these who aren't really into the sneaker scene and don't even know what StockX and GOAT is, and so the market is completely different when it comes to this. When these do drop, even though the retail is pretty high at $230, being a Grinch colorway, if they do look anything like this, because this is just a mock-up, I do think these will have a lot of potential, so definitely look out for this drop. Then on August 22nd at skate shops, but August 29th for Nike sneakers, we are going to be getting the Alexis Sablone Nike SB Dunk Low. She is a professional skateboarder and architect, and you could definitely see that when it comes to these SB Dunk Lows. Definitely one of the more unique patterns we've seen on SB Dunk Low. I think it's pretty cool. And not only that, but you should expect these to be profitable with at least a decent to good margin, especially in those large sizes. Just keep in mind when it comes to the skate shop drops, aside from the ones that will be raffling, a lot of these do tend to do shock drops, so just make sure you are paying attention to your monitors. And finally, for the last update for today, a 50% Yeezy sale has just gone live on Adidas.com just a few hours ago. Some of the pairs have sold out, and some of them are still available right now, and you don't need to go to the Adidas outlets. You could get these right online right now. So some of the pairs include the Yeezy 350 V2 Compact, Yeezy 700 MNVN, Yeezy 450, Yeezy Quantums, Yeezy 380s. So evidently these are not exactly the most in-demand Yeezys, but that makes sense because it's such a massive discount at 50%, and this is just foreshadowing what's to come because they're really just testing waters little by little, gradually. Remember, Yeezy Day is still going on. I could only imagine how big some of these sales are going to get towards the end of Yeezy Day, you know, closer to mid to the end of June, when they're really trying to unload all these pairs by the end of the quarter. So like I've been saying throughout all these Yeezy updates videos, we are going to be seeing these sales. They did mention in the earnings call that they're prepared to sell these at cost, and we're seeing this right now. So this is only only the beginning. Definitely expect to see a lot more of these. And with that said, even though the ones you see on sale right now are not exactly the most in demand and you can't exactly make good profit off of them, I would expect there to be some profitable opportunities to come up, potentially with some discount codes too, so make sure you're looking out for those. We will post them in Endurance whenever there are any profitable opportunities that come up. Again, I can't emphasize enough, this is really just the beginning. They're just testing waters. But that's all I have for you guys today. Remember, for completely free sneaker guides and alerts, check out the link in the description or scan the QR code. And remember, there's so much more than just sneaker information there too. We try to give you a taste of what the full Endurance group offers, so you can get free Chick-fil-A with our free method inside of there too, because we want to try to help you guys save money too, not just make money. So when you're ready to check it out, feel free to do so. Other than that though, have a great rest of your day and good luck on all these drops. There's a lot coming soon, one even Friday right around the corner, which is the Baklava pair, so good luck.